Good morning, everyone. This is BremSter, and this is the next puzzle in the Buon Compleanno Maggie puzzle pack. That's Italian for happy birthday. I assume Frappy can speak Italian. Neither Maggie or I can, but the sentiment is what matters, and we are really looking forward to this one. This is the puzzle that I have not seen Maggie solve. Maggie attempted this one while I wasn't there, and apparently she couldn't solve it. So the next time I am with Maggie, we will try this one together, but I am doing these videos now, so I don't really have a choice but to keep pushing on it, and she understands that one. So I'm going to try and get this video done and figure out what happened. Yeah, don't know what's going on here, so we will figure it out. So yeah, let's have a look at Buon Compleanno Maggie by Frappy. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have Renban lines. So digits placed on Renban lines must form a set of non-repeating consecutive digits in any order. Now these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 digits long. So they will either be the set of digits 1 through 8 or 2 through 9, because an 8 cell set of long of non-repeating digits within 1 to 9, they're the only options possible. Adjacent digits on a German whisper line must have a difference of at least 5. So those two digits will be different by at least 5, as will those two, as will those two. Digits separated by an X must sum to 10. Digits separated by a V must sum to 5. Cells separated by or digits separated by a black dot are in a 2-to-1 ratio, and not all X's, V's, and black dots are necessarily given. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Now, I can start with some high-low coloring because I know any two cells that are summed together to make a V are going to be low. They're going to be from 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are going to be low digits. And the reason I'm doing this is because we've got German whisper line in this puzzle. And on a German whisper line, we know that first of all, you can never put a 5 on a German whisper line because in order to make a difference of at least 5, you have to add or subtract 5 or more. If you subtract 5 from 5, you end up with 0 or less if you subtract more. If you add 5 to 5, you end up with 10 or higher. You've left the world of Sudoku. So every digit is either going to be lower than 5, which I mark in blue, or not. Now, if I put any two digits that are lower than 5 next to each other, there's no 5 difference between them. You can't subtract 5 from 4 or and end up with another digit between 1 and 4. It doesn't work. So you can't have two digits that are lower than 5 next to each other. The same logic applies to two digits higher than 5. So we know that these digits have to be higher than 5, but you can't, as I said, you can't put two digits higher than 5 next to each other. There's no 5 difference. So you'll always alternate along these lines. So we know that these digits are going to be lower than 5. These digits are going to be higher than 5. Similarly, every second cell along this line is going to be lower than 5, and then all of these are going to be higher than 5. Now, higher than 5 along on a black dot matters because on a black dot, you can only ever put a low digit or an even digit because you have to do a digit and then it's even double. So 1 would double to 2, 2 would double to 4, 3 would double to 6, 4 would double to 8. So after that, you hit 5 doubling to 10 and it stops working. So any high digit must be even. So it must be 6 or 8. You can never put a high odd digit, 5, 7, or 9 on a black dot. There is no valid ratio. So that means this is 3 or 4, which is a low digit. Which means this could be, well, this is a low digit that is with 3 or 4. So it can't be a 3 because 3 would need another 6 and that doesn't work. So this is a 4. This has to be a low digit going with a 4. So that's a 2 and this is an 8. These are low digits, which are 1, 2, or 3. So this can't be a 1 because that would have to be a 4. So this is a 2, 3 pair. If this is a 3, this is a 6. If this is a 2, this is a 1 because I can't go from 2 to 4 because the 4 in the column's already gone. This can't be a 2 anymore. This is a 1 or a 3. Now this is a high digit, so this is 6. Well, it can't be 6. So this is 6, 7, or 9, but it can't be 6. And the reason it can't be 6 is if this is a 6, both of those would have to be 1, which is the only digit that is 5 away from 6 between 1 and 9. But I can't put two 1s in the column. So this is 7 or 9, which means this is 1 or 3, and I've got the 1, 3 in the column. So this is either 2 or 4. This could be 1, 2, 7, 3, I think. So this is 7 or 9 as well, because I can't put a 6 here because it'd be next to a 2. So I've got all of those as high digits. This is either 1, 4 or 2, 3. Not sure. This is another 6, 8 because it's a high digit on a dot. So this is another 3, 4, which means this is 1 or 2, and it can't be a 2. So this is the 1, this is the 4, so this is the 8. That puts 4 in one of those two. These are 7, 9 again, because I can't put 6 in either of them because of the 1 paradox. This is 2 or 3. Okay, I have to put a low digit here, because you have to put a low digit on an X. But I'm not sure. This could be a 6, 3. Not sure why it couldn't. 6, 4, 2. This can't be a 6. Right. This can't be a 6. What does that matter? Yeah, this has to be the low digit. If this was a high digit, it would have to be a 6 because it's on a black dot. So this is either high or low because of the X. It has to be either a high or a low digit. It can't be a 5 because 5 would go next to 5. So if it's high, because it's a black dot, it would have to be a 6 or an 8, and it can't be an 8. So it'd have to be a 6, and this would be 6, 4. But if this is 6, 4, this becomes 2, and then I can't use 1, 4 or 2, 3 here. So this is the low digit, and this is the high digit. And if it's low, it's 1, 2 or 3. So this is 9, 8 or 7. What has that gained me? I don't know that it's gained me much, you know. This can't be 4 and it can't be 1. Oh, so this is a 2, 3 pair. So this is 1 or 4. And it can't be 4 because both of those can't be 9. This is 1. So this is 6. This is 3. This becoming a high digit. This is 2. They're all the low digits. The 2 makes that a 3, which means that can't be a 7. That's the 9. That's the 7, which means this can't be a 3. It's too close. That's the 2. That's the 3. This is 8 or 9 now by being next to a 3, and it can't be an 8, so that's a 9. The 7 looks down, making that the 9, making that the 7. 7 can't go next to 3, it's too close, that's a 1, which makes that the 3, which I get by the X, and 7 can't go next to 4, that's the 2, which takes 2 out of all of these. So this is a 1, 4, which means this is a 3, this is a 6, which is a high digit. 3 makes that 7. 3 is in the corner now. These Renbans are going to be interesting. But I'm not sure how to use them. So this is 7 or 9. Is there more Sudoku I can do? 2, 2. 2 is in one of these two. Now, an 8-cell long Renban line has to be 1 through 8, or it's 1 through 8, or it's 2 through 9. Well, this is a 1, 2 pair. 1, 2, 1, 2, and there's no 1 or 2 in this box. So this is a 1, 2 pair, and the 1 is looking down, making that the 2 and that the 1. But these are both low digits. These are 5, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 4, 5 pair. There's a 2 and a 3 on this line already. There's a 1 in one of those two by Sudoku, but I haven't yet proved that there has to be a 1 on this line. Interesting. 2 can't be in those and 2 can't be in those. So that's a 2. So now 2 is in one of those two. So I can't put, oh yeah, I can't put 2 on this line down here anyway, but there is a 2 on the line. There had to be a 2 on the line somewhere. 2 is up here somewhere. Oh, 2 is placed in this box. Right, 2, 2 means 2 is in one of those, but that 2 knocks 2 out of there, and I couldn't repeat 2 on the line anyway. That's a 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 2 is in one of those two, and I've got an X-wing on 2s. What's this triple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9. There's no 9 there. There's a 3 in one of those. Yeah, where's 3 in this row? The 3 is looking down. That's the 3. Seven is right there, isn't it? Yeah. 7, 7. I have to put 7 in this box somewhere. That's a 7. So that takes 7 out of there. 7 is in one of those two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 6 and 8, which are both high digits. So they're all 4 high digits. Nine is over here. I've already got that. How am I going to break this open? One in this box can't be here, and because of that one, it can't be here. So 1 is in one of those two. So if 1 is on this line, it's there. Oh, 1 is there, because I can't put 1 here. I can't put 1 here, and I can't put 1 here. That's the 1 in the row. So there is a 1 on this line. So 1, 2, 3. These are 4, 5. I've got 6, 4, 5, 7, and 8 are what these are. There's no 7 there. There's no 7 there. 7 is in one of those two, which means 7 is in one of those two. There's no 8 there. There's no 7 there. This is a 4 or a 5. But there's no 9 on this line. That's not really helping, is it? I don't think there's any way Maggie solved this. Maybe the reason I didn't get an update from Maggie on this puzzle, this is the one we have not sat down and done together, and I think the reason I may have not got an update on her from this puzzle is because I don't think she would have been able to do this one. 1, 5, 7 go into those. There's no 1 here. I've got to put a 4 in here, which is in one of those. I don't see a problem there. 5 could go anywhere. 6 is in one of those two. So that puts 6 down here. Well, I have to put 6 on this line somewhere. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm missing. Or if I've made a mistake somewhere. So I need to put a 4 on this line somewhere. Oh, that can't be the 7. So that is the 7. So that's a high digit. 7 is in one of those two now. So these are 4, 5, 8. One of those two is an 8. Does that do anything? Well, it kind of does, you know. This is tricky But if that's an 8, I can't put 8 in any of those two. So 8 would have to be in one of those two. And if that's an 8, 8 is in one of those two. So the 8 has to be in one of those two, which means the 8 is up here. So the 8 is in one of those two in this box because the 6, 8 looks up saying it can't be there. So if that's an 8, that's an 8. If that's an 8, that's an 8. Oh, the 1 looks down, making that the 4 and that the 1, which makes that the 5 and that the 4. That was way more powerful. Missed that. So that's not a 4. So 4 is in one of those two. 4 is right there by Sudoku. So 4 in this box is now in one of those two. But there is a 1 on this line. That's not the 1 anymore. That's the 1. There's a 4 in one of those two. These are 4, 5, and 8. The 5 looks up, making that the 8. So that's the high digit on the line. That takes 8 out of there, makes that the 8. This is a 4, 5 pair. So these are 1 and 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9 go into here. There's no 6 there. So 6 is looking down here. But the 5 looks up, making that the 9. So there's no 9 here. This is a 5, 6 pair. 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 8 and 9, which are both high. Holy cow. But I can't put 9 on the line because it's got 1 on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is as high as it can go. That's the 8. That's the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 2 and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 3 and 6. Nine is a high digit. This is 4, 5, or 7 for the row. And this is 4, 5, or 6 for the row. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are a 5, 6, 7 triple to get to 8. So the 2 in the box is here. I've got the 3. I need to put a 4 in this box, which is down here. 5, 6, 7. This is 8 or 9 now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8 or 9. But this isn't the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. These are from 5, 6, 8, 9. So this is 5 or 9 only because it's C6 or 8. But that could be any of them. Ah, the 4 makes that the 9. Which looks up making that the 1 and that the 9. You know what? I think I'm going to get rid of the colouring at this point. The 9 looks down saying that's not the 9. This is the 5, 6 pair. This is the 9. So, wait, have I got a problem? The 9 makes this the 5. This is the 7, which makes this the 5, meaning this is the 6 and this is the 7. So this is an 8 or a 9, and the 9 is looking down, making this the 8, making this the 9. These are 2, 4, 8. There's no 2 there. There's no 8 there. The 7 looks up saying that's not the 7, so that's the 7. 5, 6, 4, 5, 7. The 7 looks up saying that's not the 7. That's the 7. Now I've got a 4, 5 pair. Holy cow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need to resolve this somehow. All the whispers are done. All the X's and V's are done. Now it's just down to Sudoku. Maggie is better at Sudoku than I am. So at this point, she will do better than I do. This is a 1 in the corner by Sudoku. These are 3, 4, and 6. There's no 3 in either of those. So that becomes the 3. So that becomes the 6. That becomes the 3. So that becomes the 4. That becomes the 6. The 4 looks across, making that the 2, taking 2 out of there. This is a 4, 8. But the 2 looks back, making that the 5 and that the 2. Now. The 4 looks up, making that the 5 and that the 4, which jumps across, making that the 5, which jumps down, making that the 8 and that the 5. The 8 looks across, making that the 6 and that the 8, which looks across, making that the 5 and that the 6. The 8 looks down, making that the 4 and that the 8. Now, the 5 makes that the 6. The 5 and the 6 make that the 4. The 6 looks across, making that the 5, and that becomes the 6. Count not the candles, see the lights they give. Count not the years, but the life you live. Wishing you a wonderful time ahead. Happy birthday, Maggie. 20 minutes. That was tricky. That was way beyond. Now, I have to admit, Maggie struggles with Renban. So this one is probably going to be something that I'm going to have to sit down with her later in the week. I think the reason I haven't got an update from Maggie on this puzzle is she's probably not going to be able to solve this one on her own. And that's okay. We enjoy solving harder puzzles together. And by harder, that means for most of the people in this community, like 2 stars. And she does enjoy sitting down and watching me solve, we solve together. She gets that experience. She's my mother. We'll solve like 3, 4, and not often 5-star puzzles together. And we'll spend like a few hours on a Sunday afternoon just sitting down with a really hard puzzle. We do that sometimes. We'll take breaks. We'll go have a snack. We'll have a coffee. We'll play a board game. We'll come back. We'll continue the puzzle. That happens. But yeah, it's most of the time we do puzzles about this difficulty, a little bit harder, but she does struggle with Renban. So this will be an interesting one. I'll ask her about it, but this is a lot of fun. I really enjoy this one. Thank you very much, Frappy. Thank you everyone who's contributed to the pack. And as always, say hi to your mothers if you can. If you can't, I commiserate. And as always, good luck with your solving.